What's up, guys? Yo. So this video is for why I pulled YOIMIYA. So this actually is some video of me explaining why I pulled for her and why I like her. So first one is because of this. This thing is funny. So I'm not gonna aim, but this thing are just gonna find these torches. They're just gonna search for that. So if you have two, they will search for those two torches. So and even that, they will actually hit sync for that. Okay, so they're hit syncing below because there's something below. this this is just funny for me. It's just cute. It's just cute. I'm gonna call this the mini silly. Wait. The electro silly is the one that search that bleeds in, but this one is the pyro silly. Okay, no, the speedy pyro silly. So they will find the torches for you, which is quite cute. And if you charge it from quite far, okay, why did you search for that? Okay, so it still tries to go bend and find the a torch. It's just funny. So next is her design. Just look at her. I don't know why you're not gonna pull for this. Out of all the characters in the game, I think she has one of the most beautiful designs. Look at her design, the tattoo, this one, the collar, the her hairstyle is just top tier. Look at her detail, the details, guys, the details. Look at that. Look at that. It gives me the fireworks. Look at this thing. It's like the electrocity but fire. I think I'm gonna call this the will of wisp. The way she attacks, pew 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 pew. That's just dope, guys. So I've already told you why I pulled for her design. The next is her skills. So that cute buff with the 3 CD. Her attacks all turns into a pyro. So this is actually very good, but it's not a extremely high damage kind of skill. So I'm gonna show you my YOIMIYA. So still at 70. So the reason for that is because I'm not gonna farm for that. Look at my XP books. I've got none of them. So at least her attack is high because of rust. Next, the weapon is rust, obviously. Attack, and normal attack, because she scales with normal attack on her E, not on her charge attack. So you're not gonna compare her with Ganyu, guys. This skill is actually just for the sake of these torches. It's for the sake of that, guys, and probably for breaking shield, but mainly for the reason of doing this. That's just for the torch. It's not gonna deal some damage, and if it ever did, it deals like a firework. I didn't know if you guys have seen some fireworks or got hit by a firework, but getting hit by a firework isn't that painful, guys. Okay, so next I'm gonna show you the stats. So stats for crit rate, she actually ascends and gains crit rate. So I don't know how to show that. So she gains crit rate from her ascension. So I actually have none of the crit rate, but her crit damage is actually decent. But you should be having 60 plus crit rate, I guess, because you're gonna be dealing the normal attacks. Next, for elemental mastery, I don't think you're gonna need that much. She is like child. That is the simplest explanation I can give you. She is like child. The reason for that is you don't need that much of an EM for him. He's an enabler, like child. So she on the one thing that she will do is enable. You will enable overload for your other DPS and probably vaporize. So if you deal vaporize with Shinshu, Shinshu is the one dealing the most damage between the two of them. So you probably won't have when try to wait. Let's try. Actually, let's try. You won't probably try to pair her with Shinshu because Shinshu is the one dealing much more damage. Okay, let's try to go to a boss or something. Okay, so let's try on the Cryo Regis Vine. Also, I forgot to show you the artifact I'm using. So this is the artifact I'm using. This is probably the not the best one for her. I think Witch is not the best for her. I think you should go for this artifact. Wait, I haven't farmed here, but I think this is the best for her. This one, I think is the best for her is for the Shimenawa. The reason for that is because it gives normal attack and charge, but actually you just want the normal attack here because her E scales with normal attack. Or I think that's one. I think this one could work too if you want the burst, but nah, I don't think so. I think this one is the best. So I think that's the one you would want. But the Crimson Witch is not that bad. I'm gonna say that because it actually gives you stat bonus of pyro and such. But if you look at her stats, which is pyro, also gains from this. You also gain pyro from this. I think yeah, this. You gain pyro from this 2% on heat and stack that by 10. That's basically 20%, right? That's a 2 times 10. Okay, so her constellation is I don't think I'm gonna talk about this because I'm free to play. And if you're a whale, you probably won't even think about this because you're just gonna pull for her, right? So this one I think is probably the best one because it gives 20% attack, which is nice. So I'll show you the artifact. This should be crit damage because her ascension is crit rate. And you should just get the stats from here. So weapon, probably the best one is for 4-star. I think the best one is either Rust or this one, Hamayumi. This Blackleaf Warbow, I think, is not for her. The reason is the passive is requiring you to kill a lot of enemies, and her kit actually just mostly revolves around one enemy, so it's a single target skill. Besides her burst, which deals AoE and explodes on AoE, so I think it's gonna be either Rust or the Hamayumi bow. So stat, it should be higher crit rate, at least 60 and at least 130 crit damage. I think you know the ratio 1 to 2. That's the best one. Energy recharge, I don't think you need that much of an energy recharge because her burst costs 60. So if you actually gonna play a pyro, so I'm sure you're gonna do that anyway because she is not a hyper carry and you're gonna need this. So anyway, let's do this, guys. Let's go. I'm gonna do this because I'm not the cryo hypostasis because at least it's not, you're not gonna do melt every hit, guys. So let's go. First I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, so I don't think that's the combo, guys. Yeah, I don't think that's the combo. Okay, so second try, I'm gonna show you I think the proper combo for Vaporize if you can even do that. So first, let's break this. Okay. You can't actually do the skill for her because if you swap, it's gonna be over. So do this and do this and do this and okay, so as you can see guys, okay, I dealt 34k but okay, and I actually killed. As you can see, most of the time, Sinshu is the one dealing the most damage because she attacks way too fast. So before you can even deal a vaporize using her, Sinshu will be the first one to vape. So I think she isn't the best with him. I think the reason I can actually do at least 1 to 2 vape because my Sinshu is C6. So that's the reason I think. So let's try using this one. Okay, so let's try her with Beidou for overloads. So let's do this. Yup, you can't see that much of a big number, but I think this one, for me, my opinion is a lot better since it's consistent, but my crit is just bad. But it's consistent. The problem is Beidou has a lot of charge or energy particle requirements, so you can use Traveler, I guess, or Baal when she comes. I think Baal with YOIMIYA would be a very fun overload team. So I think that's it. I'm not gonna talk about numbers. That's for other YouTubers to talk about. That's just for me. I think she has a lot of potential, like child for me. Also, the reason I pulled for her is because she isn't as much of a hyper carry as other characters. Since, as you can see, I have some of them. I have Ganyu, I have Yula, and I have Diluc, and also I leveled Xiangling. So I don't really need that much of a hyper carry damage. I actually want more of this characters that don't deal 1 million in a hit and has a unique playstyle. So it's kind of unique given that you have to use her E and swap and let the other characters in your team do some work. I'm gonna end the video. I've already talked about her. The damage, I think she's fine. I think she doesn't deserve any she doesn't need any buff. It's perfect the way she is. Her damage is decent. Her burst, actually I haven't talked about her burst, but as you can see, her burst is very weak in terms of damage. So I'm just gonna show you her burst. It will mark the enemy. So it's just gonna mark them, and what you're gonna do is go to your other character and hit that mark with a skill. So after that, it will explode. If you kill it, it will also swap to another enemy and you can kill it and it will swap again, and it will keep on doing that until the duration is off. So she is very good with characters that like Venti or something, or Kazuha. I think Kazuha is the best for her. So I don't have Kazuha because Jin spooked me. If I pulled Jin on Kazuha's banner, lol. But anyway, that's it for her. Tama ya guys. Okay, wait. Oops, I forgot the main reason I pulled for her. No, I didn't forget that. I'm just putting it on the last. The final part of this video is the reason I like her the most. And do you guys know what it is? The main reason for that is her profile. It is voiced by my favorite voice actor, Kana Ueda. So Kana is the voice actor for Rin Tosaka. So I actually like Rin Tosaka a lot. So I actually play some Fate. I've played a lot of Fate visual novels. So just listening to her voice. Oh, okay, this is making me smile, guys. She sounds like Rin. I mean, she is voiced by Ueda, so she is Rin. But Rin on a countryside. So basically Rin on Okinawa accent. So oh, that's just so good. The voice acting is just so good. I really like her. So that's it, guys. This ends the video. So like and subscribe. Tamaya.